Doja Cat and her antics seem to constantly get more and more strange, and every time I see some of her antics, I question her, intentions and behavior. At the same time, Doja Cat is one of my favorite female artists. I jump on Twitter and I see that the Doja Cat party is canceled. I see this huge hashtag that the Doja party is being canceled. I'm like, what is this hashtag about? I'm all over trying to figure this out, and we stumble on this video that appears where people are blaming her for being blatantly racist or something like that, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. She started off with this whole, you saw her when she went viral with the Moo song, and at first glance it was one of those like, what the heck is this song, Moo? On second glance it's like, wow, Doja Cat's a genius. On third glance it's like, wow, did I really like that song? And then slowly you see her creeping up to becoming one of the top rated female rappers and just female artists globally, I think. And we stumble on this video that was from her past and questioning, what is this about? In this video, let's talk about it. So I look up this video and I'm trying to figure out, at first when people are, what I thought was strange was that a lot of people on Twitter were talking about how she was being racist against black people. So I'm looking for a video where she's saying something about black people because, Doja Cat supposedly is mixed. I think she has a black African father and I think a white mother. If I'm wrong, let me know, but I know she's, mixed races. And I'm looking for something like that. I search, scour YouTube looking for this video. I can't fully find anything, maybe because this news is just so new, but I find this video apparently of her in some, I think a random chat room, which I think was called Tiny Chat platform, where I assume you stumble on, you open up this website and you randomly get into a bunch of people on video, kind of like Omegle, but I don't know. I guess it's kind of like Omegle, but more of like multiple people. And in the video, she's just BSing. There's nothing strange that she says in the video. She's just BSing with the people. I think this was before her fame. And randomly, this one white guy just calls out someone else on the screen. It looks like a Zoom, like a Google Hangout thing, and says, who appears to be of darker complexion in the video. He says, did anyone tell you you look Arab? Or something like that. Has anyone told you you look Arabic? And he says it twice. And then the video just stops. Like nothing really happens in the video. You don't see Doja Cat's expression fully. You don't really see the guy's response, who is of darker complexion, to the person. You don't know any context of this hangout. But
Dude, ADD just DM'd me. Learned anything new today? And I said, yeah, I learned if you sunk a dunker, you can be anybody.
Hey, ADD, why didn't you want to know what I learned today, man? Why you have to focus in on the beautiful women with another comment?
I learned that we could have been anybody.
Hey, ADD, you look Arabic, aren't you?
Oh, boy.
I learned that we could have been an F-buddy. What? ADD, has anybody ever told you that you look Arabic?
And then all of a sudden people are posting that she's racist. So I have two problems with this. One is there's a bunch of problems I think with this clip, is that people are so quick to cancel celebrities and anyone who does anything so quickly. But let's just get down to it. It's like people just cancel people. Let's just figure out what happened. What I don't get is how she's in a random chat room and she's being blamed for what someone else said to someone else. And then not to mention, we have no other context that these aren't her friends, that she didn't say anything back. We don't know if she actually potentially said something back to the guy like, yo, that's racist, and we don't even have that. And we're just so off to say, oh, she's racist. The other thing is what I found was strange was that people automatically said she was racist against black people. Oh, she's more into her white side or something like that. And the comment that the person made wasn't even against black people. I mean, I guess it could be taken as, I don't know. It depends on how you want to take it. I mean, it wasn't even a blatant racist. It was kind of like a snarky that potentially could lead to racist. Like, oh, you look Arabic. Oh, you look Indian. Oh, you look Asian. As if it's supposed to be some kind of, derogatory term to look like a certain culture. I think that's the bigger problem of that statement. But he just says you look like this. He doesn't even say that, something supposedly directly negative about black people. It's about Arabic people, if anything. So I also thought it was weird that a lot of people jumped on her being like, oh, she's racist against black people. Oh, she's against her white side. It's like, did you guys even see the clip? Nothing was directly mentioned about a black person, although there definitely, I could see some correlation with, I don't know if the person was African American who the white person was directed to, is of darker complexion, but, you know, you could see some correlation. You know, and that's just the whole thing that kind of makes me question everything. At the same time, we do know, and I know you know of someone who is of any particular race who might either be mixed or is of one particular race, is whether Asian, Arabic, mixed black and white, maybe even just, you know, 100% black, that whatever the race may be, that potentially tries to appease and appeal to other races to kind of like let them know, hey, I'm not only what you think of me. I'm not only this one single race that you think I am. I'm actually cool with all races. I actually know a lot of things about other people. And I think that that's something a lot of people who maybe aren't mixed or maybe don't have immigrant parents of a country that has a potential, you know, majority of one race. Like if you're, you know, minority group in one, you know, big, you know, one culture, you might not totally understand is that a lot of times you do come under these situations where you want to kind of like let the person know like, hey, I'm not only this, I'm not only quote unquote, you know, a black person. That's every single thing, every one of my ideologies have to associate with what you think a black person should associate with, or with whatever you think, you know, a Spanish person should associate with, or an Arabic person should associate. I want you to know that I'm whatever. Sometimes that comes across as kind of snobbery, you know, and, you know, kind of like rubbing your nose, you know, and trying to appease, you know, the master or the white man or whatever. And I don't think we have to necessarily say that, you know, because it could be a lot of different things. The one last thing I thought was really annoying about the whole situation was just that I think what the person said was just rude. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's like, because you know, when you say it in that way, it's like you're trying to say something derogatory. And it just like, it's like, what are you really trying to say here? So again, back to Doja Cat, in terms of what she did, I would kind of, you know, she's definitely been very, you know, she trolls a lot on the internet. You know, one time telling Russ to F her, another time wearing something, you know, some kind of like armor, talking, you know, reading Roddy Ricch's lyrics, but saying she's gonna show off her boobs. So she seems to be someone who trolls and likes to get on the internet, doesn't care what culture she is necessarily, and wants to interact with people, not caring. And I know there's a lot of people actually, I think, who are very courageous, who can actually interact with people who are blatantly racist. Like, that's how you know someone is very, very, you know, has a lot of self-esteem and a lot of confidence when they can directly interact with someone, not just hide against someone who's like blatantly racist, you know, and is going, you know, they're going to attack your every single part of your culture. But when you can address those things and you can stand up to those people, you know that you're self-confident. You're not trying to run away. So that could also see a Doja Cat as kind of a self-confident person. Now, we don't know what she said back. If any other clips come out, you know, I don't see that she's said anything in this video, because I find it super strange that people are trying to cancel her. If anyone sees anything else in this clip, do let me know what you think of what this clip has to say about Doja Cat's quote unquote, you know, being a quote unquote racist or being canceled. She's one of the best artists right now, female artists. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Is a clip like that something that, you know, should cancel her? And is even cancel culture a thing? Like, it's like whatever, you know? But again, if she did say something, I do want to see what the response was, if there was anything, you know, although again, it does seem like she trolls a lot. Guys, that's been this episode of Commentary and Rap Philosophy on Doja Cat. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below about Doja Cat. Please hit that like button. There's one thing that's definitely not racist, is that like button down below and the subscribe button. And hit that notification bell so you're notified. Peace.